Hi everyone, my name's Navi. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I just honestly really wanted to take a few minutes to talk about some of the most underrated K-dramas that I personally have watched that I feel like do not get the amount of attention that they deserve. I know, look, I get it. Goblin is amazing. I loved it. I still love it. There's just something about it that I keep coming back to it. And then there's so many other dramas that I've felt the same way about, but then there's these hidden gems that I feel like do not get the same amount of traction that it absolutely deserves. So here are the top 10 most underrated dramas in my opinion. So let's start. First and foremost, number one, this drama I watched, oh God, like 3, 4 years ago, and I was hooked. I finished it in 2 days. I was supposed to go to class and I didn't. I was like, no, it's okay. I don't need to go. So what if I fail math? It's all right. And the one I'm talking about is Chicago Typewriter. Honestly, I feel like this one does not get enough attention, the amount of love that it deserves, and how creative they were with doing this whole drama is insane. Isn't that incredible? Like, why wouldn't you want to read that? And not to mention, it has some great actors. I feel like they did not get the love they deserve. So, if you are looking for an epic, almost drama, you really need to watch this because it is so underrated. Out of almost everything on this list, this is perhaps one that I'm like, okay, you really should be watching this because you have a weekend to kill. You need to watch this. It's amazing. And moving on to number two, that is See You in My 19th Life. I just did a video on it because I felt like I myself did not give it the time and attention it initially deserved because, my God, it is so underrated. I feel like one of the reasons perhaps it's underrated is because it came out during like the spike of COVID and it just wasn't given the time and attention it deserves.
왜 이 여자만 보면 자꾸 누나 생각이 나는 걸까?
우와, 서아야. 내가 네 옆에 있어줄게.
가지면 된다.
서아야, 이번 생은 너를 만나기 위해 다시 태어난 거야.
It is about Jeon is a girl who has been repeating her life through reincarnation for nearly 1,000 years and can remember all her past lives. After her 18th life is cut short due to a tragic accident, she decides to reconnect with the man from her previous life in her 19th one and find out why she has been reincarnating, trying to understand what is the reason behind it. There's this huge mystery that is present in the whole series that I feel like is kind of just so interesting, and the main female lead is just phenomenal. If you are looking for a really cool female led drama with a lot of intrigue and mystery and just all over fun, I think this is one way to go. You won't be disappointed, in my opinion. This is also one drama that I gave the best rating to I have ever given, excluding My Mister, probably, but still, so worth it. Number three, which is Move to Heaven. Geru, who has Asperger's syndrome, and his ex-convict uncle, Sangu, meets for the first time after the sudden death of Geru's father. Entrusted as Geru's guardian, Sangu joins his nephew to help run the family trauma cleaning company called Move to Heaven, where in the course of the business they uncover untold stories about the deceased while Sangu tries to deal with his painful past with his father as well as traumatic incidents that landed him in jail.
구루야,
아빠는 항상 구루 곁에 있습니다.
나한테 남긴 유언이 뭐야?
조상구 씨가 한그루군의 후견인이 되어주길 희망하는 유언서를 남겼습니다.
아니 20살이면 애도 아닌데 무슨 보호자가.
I feel like, honestly, this is definitely an underrated drama. I love that there isn't that much of like a romance scene in it. It's really more about, in each episode, you get to learn about these people that have passed away and how they live their lives. It's a really touching drama. It was slightly depressing, but it is so worth the time and the effort. You won't be disappointed. And the Geru is like, he will steal your heart. He's just so adorable. And the uncle is very, very entertaining. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. On to number 4. This, I feel like it didn't get the attention it deserved, maybe because none of the casts were as popular as they are today, but it is called Fight for My Way. This story is about underdogs with big dreams struggling to survive and striving for success in a career they're underqualified for. A longtime friendship is blossoming into romance between two immature friends whose childish dynamic has not changed despite reaching adulthood. This was definitely, again, a very underrated drama. Those of you that are like looking for this, I need just some inspiration, trying to follow your dreams, especially when it's a little bit later in life. Case in point. Um, it just is, it hits home what, seeing how difficult it is, especially in like your 30s, your 40s, trying to find your dreams and trying to go back and remember it's not too late. So if you're looking for a motivational drama, I think this is probably it as well. It's got all the right themes that you need. Number 5, My Mister. I'm sorry, I know it might not be as not as known as the other dramas, but My Mister is without a doubt still so underrated in my opinion. I have watched that drama like 3 times, and that is saying a lot considering it has such like some depressing tones, and I try to stay a little bit away from those, but I know it's K-drama, so I mean, it's hard to do.
어떻게 하면 월 5, 600을 벌어도 저렇게 지겨워 보일 수가 있을까? 나만큼 지겨워 보이길래 나만큼 인생 그지 같은 것 같아서
Two things. It's definitely another underrated drama in my opinion. It's, I would say, perhaps still my favorite drama, even after watching all of these amazing dramas that I have in the past couple of years. Give it a shot. If you haven't, you will not be disappointed. It is so good. This next K-drama will definitely touch your heart if you try to give it a shot. It's like you're meeting multiple personalities, and it is just amazingly wonderful. Number 6 is Kill Me, Heal Me. The human body is capable of all sorts of things to survive difficult situation. Cha Do-hoon is a third-generation business heir who develops dissociative identity disorder.
이름은 차도연, 나이 28세. 흔히들 다중인격이라고 하죠. 신세기, X, 나나, 안효섭, 안효나, 페리바.
It's really honestly all about the multiple personalities. They will keep you guessing for a very long time how it happened, what happened, and why. My favorite, without a doubt, is his main personality. But there are some others that are quite entertaining. You will definitely laugh as you see all of these personalities in there. There's one that's particularly my favorite where he ends up being this like early 20s or 16-year-old, one of them, and ends up having a crush on the sister's brother, and it's hilarious how much it's just so funny, and such an underrated drama. Do give it a shot because it's amazing. Like, check it out for yourself. Moving on to number 7, Misaeng, Incomplete Life. This is all about an employee that fights to get out of the cruel corporate world he has become entrapped in. He only has his wit, diploma, and go game strategies to help him break free.
가르쳐 주실 수 있잖아요. 기회를 주실 수 있잖아요. 이 빌딩 로비 하나 밟기 위해 얼마나 많은 계단을 오르락내리락 했는지 알아? 뭡니까? 예! 아무 장난이지!
회사가 전쟁터라고?
I feel like this is definitely an underrated drama. It's the same one. It's by the same people that wrote My Mister, and I think like it still has similar vibes. It's not as depressing. It's more about the corporate world, how you try to navigate that place. The main character doesn't really have any education outside of a diploma, and where it's in Korea, it's highly crucial for you to have at least a college degree, and all he has is himself and his background as a Go champion player. And this really like highlights that game, and also like how he uses those strategies to win over some of the people in the corporate world. If you really haven't watched it, you should definitely, again, I think you should watch all of these, but this is one you should definitely watch. Number 8, I'm sure some of you have heard about it because I feel like it became popular in the last year or so. It is Flower of Evil. It's a very weird, unusual kind of drama. I think if you like suspense and if you like intrigue and a little bit of drama and romance, this is one for you.
진실은 단 한순간에 내 삶을 폐허로 만들어. 그 진실이 밝혀지는 순간이 언젠간 다가올 거라는 걸 알지만
Cha Jeon and her colleagues begin investigating a series of unexplained murders, and she is confronted with the reality that her seemingly perfect husband may be hiding something from her. And well, how could you not? Like, you have to like the whole question throughout the whole thing is, oh my God, is he actually a serial killer? What happened? How's his past? What's going to happen in moving forward? I think this is one drama that I know I keep saying this, but what can it's just so underrated. You really need to watch this because it's amazing. Number 9 are Blues. Romance is sweet and bitter, and life is riddled with ups and downs in multiple stories about people who live and work on the bustling Jeju Island.
장들 안 볼 걸까?
Honestly, I'm really surprised that this wasn't so popular, not just because the story is great, but because it has so many like these popular stars that everybody wants to watch. So I was really surprised when I found out that this wasn't as popular as I initially thought. I watched it in the last like year or so, and personally, I love like a compilation of multiple stories and how they interact with each other. And this is one of those that has like these really nice stories that highlight like a mother and son's relationship, a romance, a high school romance, and getting old, and like all of these amazing things. So if you're looking for something that just completes life in general, I think this is a really good drama to start off with. It has all the dynamics you kind of need in it to have a really good drama. So really give it a shot. It's definitely worth the watch. Again, and this is what, the 10th time? No, the ninth time I've said it. Don't worry, it's coming again in the 10th one. So, which brings me to number 10, Beating Again. I know a lot of the other dramas that I've watched, I've said, are really good as well, but this one is really underrated. It starts off with Minho, who's currently a investment banker. His father ran a large company, but his death led to his uncle taking over the company. Because of this, Minho grows into a cutthroat investor. Minho then undergoes a heart transplant surgery, and his personality changes. And thanks to his new heart, he begins to have warm feelings, and he falls in love with a woman named Sojung. And I think it's important to note that while yes, him having this like change in his life, this heart transplant does change things up, but I think it actually is him just getting more in touch with his feelings and understanding the things that he wants in life. He pretends to be this like cold investor and working all on just money, and then as you see as time goes on, you start to realize that no, he's actually a really nice person. It's just he's had a hard life. Definitely give it a shot because it's the same guy that is the main guy in Hospital Play, one of the main guys in the Hospital Playlist, and definitely worth a shot. He's the cardio surgeon, I believe, in there. Definitely worth the shot, worth the time. I really enjoyed it. I really like him as an actor as it is, and then you add in the story is really nice too. So definitely one very underrated drama in my opinion. Well, there you have it. These are the 10 dramas that I think are amazing, that are so, so underrated. But if there are any that I've missed, please let me know in the comments below. I obviously can't add all of them in here. Oh my God, I still have like at least 10 more that I think I should introduce to you guys if you haven't already. But let me know in the comments below if you actually have seen them or if you still like them, and let me know in the comments below if there's any that I have missed. But don't forget to like, subscribe this video if you want to see more. Let me know. Thank you so much. My name is Navi. Thanks for hanging out with me.